Hi, best friends. You can't see me because I'm a ghost. Ooh. I'm actually driving right now, and I forgot to bring. Oh, I was like, what the hell was that? That is CJ putting the seat back. He's gonna lay down and do what he likes to do best, which is just completely tune out while I talk and take a little naparoo. So, yeah, but I am just driving to Savannah, Georgia for, I was just going to say for the second time this year, but no, the last time was probably exactly a year ago. I don't know when exactly we went, but it was exactly like just about a year ago. And so yeah, we're going back, and I'm excited to see it again because it was one of my favorite places I've ever been to. It just felt like home. And not a lot of places feel like that for me, where I'm like, I could live here. Like a lot of places I'm just like, I could visit, you know, I could have fun there a couple times a year, or maybe even for a few months out of the year, but never like I could live there. But this was a really good place. So I'm excited to go back, and we finally booked our Airbnb just a few hours ago. CJ found it, and it's right downtown, so that's exciting. But yeah, so I thought that I would get on here and chat with you guys a little bit because I'm in the mood to talk. As you guys know, I'm a talker, and I like to talk. It helps me pass the time, helps me stay awake. It's also getting dark. It's about 5:30 right now, so I'm feeling the darkness settling in, and I just don't want to get tired, so I thought that I could talk to you and help me give the time a little passeroo. CJ and I were talking, but he's not feeling the greatest, so he's just going to lay back and take a nap, and then Rosie's on her phone watching a little show. She took a break a little bit earlier and played with some Polly Pockets that I brought for her and colored in her notebook, I think, for a minute, and then she was like, can I watch my show? And I was like, let's just wait till it gets dark, and then you can watch your show again, like once you can't play anymore. So yeah, and we ate Taco Bell for dinner. Taco Bell has a lot of vegan options, a lot that you can make vegan too if you ask them to like make it fresco, which I think just means no dairy, so like no sour cream, no cheese, that kind of thing. So I got a black bean Crunchwrap Supreme, make it fresco, and I got a power bowl, a veggie power bowl, make it fresco. But Rosie ate about half my power bowl because she really likes the rice. She's not a huge fan of the beans, but she was like, oh, I love this rice. And I was like, you do? And she was like, yeah, and these tomatoes are so good. So yeah, if you guys didn't know, apparently Taco Bell has really dank ass tomatoes. So yeah, we're driving in the city right now, and I was just telling CJ, like, I feel more comfortable with it being like in the city with all the lights and the people, because I'm not as worried about a deer running in front of me and me not stopping in time and getting into an accident. Like, I feel safer that way, but then at the same time, it's like there are a lot of freaking people around, driving really fast, being super pushy. So yeah, this one guy, I was being petty Betty. I really was. He was behind me, and I never do this because I just don't like to. Like, I'll say mean things and I'll get upset while I drive and be like, F you. But like, I don't ever intentionally really try to inconvenience somebody. But this guy was pissing me off. He was pissing me off. And he was driving behind me, and he kept like motioning with his hand for me to get over, and I was just like, no, like, I'm not doing that. And I think it was like a 65 mile an hour speed limit. I was going like 72. I was just like, no, I'm not getting over. And he kept like flashing his lights at me, and he could have easily gotten around me. He wasn't trapped there. There were no cars in the lane next to us. He could have easily gotten around me, and he chose not to. He was just trying to bully me into moving. So that's when I was like, no, bye. like a 3 strikes and you're out policy, where like you miss 3 appointments and then you can't see them anymore. And I can sometimes be a little flaky, and that always just worries me, because I'm like, I travel a lot, and I'm like, what if I'm traveling and I can't talk to them? What if blah blah blah? But I have not missed an appointment with my psychiatrist in like over a year, and I usually see him once a month. So if I can make that happen, I can make an online therapy session happen. You know, it's just like laziness. It's pure laziness. Because the last time I talked to my therapist, I just told her straight up, I was like, listen, I don't know if I'm ready to like come every week and talk to you, because I like just have a busy schedule, and like sometimes I just don't want to. I just don't want to talk. And she was like, listen, I'll be here whenever you're ready, and therapy is for you as much as you or as much or as little as you want it to be. And whether that means once a month or once a week, like therapy is up to you and how much you decide. And I was like, oh my God, that makes me feel so much better. But I still haven't reached out to her, so apparently not that much better. Am I right? Yeah. I bet you guys can picture the faces that I'm making, because you see my dumbass face all the time making stupid, not remarks, what's the word I'm looking for? Stupid, blah, blah, blah. I'm not sure. But what is the word that I'm looking for? It starts with an M, I think. Not motions. I don't remember. I don't know. But yeah, I am excited to get there whenever we eventually get there. I swear to God, it feels like we've been driving for days. But what happened was, we decided at like 7:30 last night, we were like, okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna go on this trip. So we booked the rental car. By 8 o'clock, we had it picked up. And then we were going to leave immediately, but I still had some bags to pack, and CJ was like, I'm going to take a little nap, so we didn't end up leaving till around 12:30 in the morning. And, oh, you do? Daddy?
What?
Rosie said she wants to lay down. He's going to get her all nice and cozy. But, yeah, so we left at around 12:30, maybe 1 in the morning, and we didn't make it very far. We kept stopping and taking naps and going to sleep, and just really taking our time. Sorry, besties. Because we were just so tired. And so that's kind of what we did for the first several hours, is like I would drive for an hour until I just couldn't anymore, and then CJ would drive for an hour, and I would drive for an hour. And typically we're not like that. Like, we can go pretty long distances. When I go on road trips by myself, like, I have no problem. When CJ goes on road trips with me, normally he just drives by himself the whole time, and he doesn't really have a problem. And if anything, he'll drive for like 8 hours straight and then be like, Brooke, I need you to drive for an hour while I lay back and pretend to go to sleep. And then he'll do that, and then he'll just be like, yeah, I can't sleep, I'll just keep driving. But not this time. We have had no problem, no issues getting some rest. So we are still, how many hours away? 11 and a half hours away. Which, honestly, I think is a little disrespectful. I do. Because it feels like we've been going forever. We've been going for, how many hours would that be? Like 17 hours is when we got on the road, 17 hours ago. And we've somehow only made it 7 hours. But that's okay. We're fine. We're making our time. It's not like CJ kept telling me, he kept reminding me, like, Brooke, we're not late. You know, like, we just decided we were going on this trip. If anything, we're early. So, yeah, I'm sorry about this lighting situation going on the phone. I know that the flash is on, so it's probably like a really bright video. But hopefully you can just listen to it while you're doing your thing as you normally do. I know you like to listen when you're doing the laundry, doing the cooking, driving to work, while you're on the treadmill, whatever the case may be. I decided to do this thing. It's called the Conqueror Challenges, and I'm so excited because it's this thing I'm gonna do with Passport, like just me and Pete. And bless you, sweetheart. Bless you. Get zoomed tight. And it's where you like, it's a certain amount of miles that you walk, but you can do it at your own pace. You can do it running, biking, walking, and you set your own goal for time. And I set it for 3 months. I think it's a 50-mile challenge or something like that. It's a Scooby-Doo one. And I made the time limit for 3 months. And the reason I did that, I did it like so extra long, was because I know in Minnesota we have not had the weather that we normally do. It has not been snowy. It has not been super cold, super icy. It's been such like the most mild winter I've ever experienced. You guys know how I feel about it. I've been pissed. But yeah, it's been very mild, but I know that it's going to get worse. And so I just didn't want to set like a month or a 2-month goal and then have it get super snowy and icy and not be able to walk more than a mile at a time. Like I just, and then have it take longer and not meet my goal. I just didn't want to deal with that. So I just made it extra long so that we could make it happen in our own sweet time and really enjoy it. And since Passport is on this trip with us, I'll be counting the walks that I take with Passport toward my time for the Scooby-Doo Conqueror Challenge. It's based on and inspired by the Which is Which episode, which is one of the first episodes I ever saw on or of Scooby-Doo. And it's a very old one. It's a good one. And like you go throughout Scooby and the gang's adventure, finding out which is which, and seeing who the bad guy is, and like going through the whole episode basically. And yeah, you do that, and then at the end of it, when you have recorded all of your miles and you make it to the end of the challenge, they send you this really nice, high quality, super beautiful medal. And I'm so excited to get it. They had like this one video going through a bunch of medals, because they have like a Lord of the Rings challenge too, which I really want to do, but it's like, it's so many different medals and like challenges that you have to do to conquer it. I think it's like 5 of them, and so it's like $200 or $300 or something, so it's just pretty crazy. But I would like to do that someday. If I complete this challenge and I get my medal and I really like how it was, then I'll do that one. But until then, I'll just start with the Scooby-Doo one. But they had this video going through all of the medals for the Lord of the Rings challenge. And it was like ASMR style, just like the clanking of the medals together and like opening the back door on the medal. And because they have like, you start out in the Shire and it's like this envelope with the ring, the one ring inside, and it says keep it secret, keep it safe. And then you take that ring, and then eventually you get to Mordor and you get to like toss the ring like into the fire of the medal, and it has like its own little spot that you can put it, which is really cool. And I don't know, I think it's cool. It might be a little nerdaroony, but I think it's cool. Ooh, somebody's getting pulled over, and it ain't me, at least as far as I know. Nope, ain't me. I hope it's nothing serious, but it is also starting to snow. We are going to be driving through some weather, just a little bit of weather, which we weren't expecting, because we didn't look, because we gave ourselves about 4 minutes of warning before we left on this trip. But yeah, it is just starting to snow just a little bit. Excuse me, besties, I'm sorry. But we rented a minivan, and it's really roomy and really comfortable. Everybody's Everybody's super comfortable. We're able to stretch out. We slept in the van not last night, but like throughout the night when we needed sleep. We actually just stopped at a rest stop and all stretched out in the minivan and got some rest, and it was actually quite comfortable. I slept in the passenger seat. CJ made Rosie a little bed on the floor in front of her seat, and she actually had plenty of room. She was twisted up like a little pretzel, but she was really cozy. And then CJ and Passport slept in the back, and they cuddled and had a nice little cuddle puddle party. So yeah, it was cozy. I've never done that before, because every time I've ever thought about doing that, like just sleeping in my car at a rest stop, I've always been alone. And so I've been way too afraid to do that by myself. Like there's no way in hell I would do that by myself, just because like anybody could knock on the car window and be like, hey, get out. You know, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. That ain't safe. I've thought about it many times. And maybe if I were in like a big beefy truck, like if I were in CJ's truck or something, I would do it to where like nobody would mess with me and nobody could just like look down into my window and see me. But in like a little car, no, not happening. Not happening. Yeah. I appreciate your guys' sweet comments. I haven't gotten to reply yet because I've been driving a lot, but I did check them when we stopped at the Taco Bell, and I saw that you guys were like, have fun. So I do appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's not going to be a long trip. We're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. So it'll be fun. And we get to see our two friends who we haven't seen in a while, and they're always really fun to be around. And they're also very like understanding of like me and my diet and my lifestyle and stuff like that too. Most of CJ's friends are, so it's not like they're just like the only ones who are, but it's just nice to be around people who are like, oh, well, what can Brooke eat? Like, what can we make for Brooke? Or what can we make sure to have for Brooke? It's always just really sweet when people are considerate of that. Not that I expect it, not that I'm like, people have to be, but it's always just a nice surprise when people are like, oh, and I made this for you, or I left the meat out so that you could have this, or, you know, just stuff like that. It's very sweet. So, yeah, we're on this road here. It's starting to snort, and we should, I don't know, it says we're getting off in like 6 miles, but I just don't know what kind of road we're getting onto after that. If we're just going to get onto another like freeway, because I'm kind of over all these cars zooming past me and stuff. That's not really my bag at this moment. It's kind of making me a little nervous. Just a little bit nervous, bro. It's making me a little scared. So I'm hoping that we get off onto a more chill road. It's also, that being said, it's right before 6 o'clock, so people are getting off work and probably driving extra crazy just for that reason alone. They're like, let's get home, you know. But yeah, Passport's super comfortable back there. She's got plenty of room. She got a little burrito at the Taco Bell, so she's happy. And yeah, it's just pretty cool. And like earlier, we stopped at this place, and I told Rosie, we just stopped to go to the bathroom, and I told her like, hey, we're gonna charge your phone. We're gonna like take a break and charge your phone and charge your headphones and stuff, and you can just play with Polly Pockets or do whatever you want. And she was like, I think I'm gonna take a nap. I'm tired. And I was like, oh my God, she gets it. Like, she gets the road trip thing. That's so cool. It's pretty much just like this period of time where nothing really exists, and you're just kind of chilling, and you can just lay back and take a nap no matter what time it is throughout the day. And you know, it was just kind of cool. She was like, no, I know my body, I'm tired, I'm gonna take a little nap. She might even be doing that now, I'm not sure. But Oh yeah, it's definitely snowing a little bit. It is coming down. My car that I'm driving just gave me a notification that said roads may be icy, travel with care. That's what that little dingaroo was. It wasn't because I was going in and out of the lines or anything like that. My phone or my car was not like, Bessie, you drunk? No. It was just telling me that the roads may be icy. So that's good. Oh, I just remembered that I had a voice note that I had to listen to and respond to. So I might do that after I get off the phone with you, bestie. After I get off our little phone call that we're doing. Thank you for keeping me company always. I do appreciate it. I don't know when this is going to go up, bestie. I have no idea, just because I never know with the Wi-Fi situation or the service that I'm going to have. Like, how long is it going to take to upload? I have no idea. And at the Airbnb, I'm sure that there's Wi-Fi at the Airbnb, but it's like, I don't know how slow it is. I don't know nothing about none of that stuff. So it might go up today, it might go up tomorrow, it might go up several days from now, but either way, I'll make sure it goes up. I'll make sure it goes up, my friend, and you will hear it. There was a vlog I filmed the other day, and I never ended up posting it because it was like 3 days later, and I still hadn't uploaded it, and I was just like, yeah, this is old news. This is old news, bears. Old news. I am going to make new tiers on my Patreon though, bestie, by the way. I decided fully, and I decided what the tiers are going to be, and I'm actually super, super excited about it. I think it'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, I think the weather where we're going is supposed to be like in the 50s and 60s, so not too crazy warm by any means. Definitely not like we're stepping into Florida or anything like that. It's not going to be toasty like that, but it'll be definitely warmer than it was at home, so I will take it. And I remember last year the weather was not too bad. It was about the same, and there were days that I could wear like a t-shirt, but most of the time it was just like a long sleeve, and I was fine. We never really wore jackets or anything. This guy to the front right of me has his blinker on to like get over into my lane, but I don't think he means it. I think that's just for pretend, because he is not paying attention or something. Oh, he shut it off. Okay, so yeah, he definitely did not actually want to come over into my lane, but I was giving him his space. You never know. I was giving him a little space just in case he needed to come over. The snow is starting to stick to my windshield, so I can't see as well. Let me see if I can. That's for the back.
Maybe we could get sleigh.
A sleigh?
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
And then it wouldn't be so down here.
You are thinking. Although a sleigh doesn't have like doors or a roof, so it would probably be pretty cold. Pretty, pretty cold. Also, you guys, my favorite dessert before I went vegan was creme brulee, and I do not think that I've had a vegan creme brulee since I went vegan 8 years ago. I really don't think I have, at least not that I can recall. And I just saw a couple weeks ago, maybe I already told you this, but I'm just excited, so I'm going to tell you again, that J Selby's, which is one of my vegan restaurants that I go to in the cities, and they posted on their Instagram coming soon with like the top, the crystallized caramelized sugar of a creme brulee, and then like cracking it with a spoon, and they said coming soon, and I was just like, oh my god, this is it, we're about to have creme brulee, vegan creme brulee, because it's an all vegan restaurant. So that's really exciting. Hoping it's not slippery. Everybody just kind of started slowing down. All right, let's see here. Let's see what we're doing, what we're twerking with. Let's see what we're twerking with. Ooh, girl, show me your hips or something. Well, that guy doesn't think it's icy for sure. I'm in Missouri. Does Missouri get snow often? I feel like it doesn't. Maybe this is like new news from Missouri. Could be wrong now. But I don't think so. Cause it's a jungle out there. It's a jungle out there. Ooh, I'm crossing over that super cool bridge over the Mississippi River in Missouri. I don't know if it has a name, but the one off of I-70, and it's like a really cool bridge. So that's pretty cool. Certainly driven on it before. Ooh, and then we're like, yep, see, we're crossing into the Illinois state line. So we're just like flip-flopping back and forth from Missouri to Illinois, Missouri, Illinois, Missouri, Illinois. We're right on the border. The roads are certainly looking slippery. I'm not going to test it right now because I'm on a mother flipping bridge, but they are certainly looking slippery. You know how they're just kind of like glossy? Ooh, that's a good sign. It says feeling sluggish, take the exit and pull over. Yeah, we certainly could have used that. I said certainly like 700 freaking times in this video. Take a shot every time I say certainly. Certainly, certainly, certainly. Just kidding, don't. Of course I'm kidding. Don't do that. Don't be a fool. But we definitely took advantage of that sign earlier today. We didn't even need the sign to tell us to take a breath and slow down, pull over. We didn't need the sign. Oh yeah, it must be getting slippery dippery dock out there because everybody is slowing way down. That makes me nervous. I might, you know what I might do, besties? I might wake up Charles here in a minute. Have him drive because what we're not gonna do is have Brooke get into an accident. No, we're not gonna do that. No way, bestie. Are you happy? Are you having a good time with life, with this new year so far? I hope you are. I hope you're so happy right now. And if you're not happy, I hope that you're like, you know what? I may not be feeling my best, but I've got Brooke keeping me company, and she is my best friend on the internet. That's how I hope you feel, because that's how I feel right now. I mean, I'm happy. I don't have any complaints. I'm definitely feeling happy right now, but I'm glad that I have you to talk to, for sure. Dude, you guys, I forgot to tell you, we saw the craziest, two of them, the craziest orange light, orange glow in the sky, and we were both just like, what the hell is that? Like, it was huge for miles and miles and miles, this orange glow in the sky, like an explosion had gone off or something. And CJ even woke me up because he was like, I'm feeling a little bit wary of this, like I don't know what this is. And I was like, oh no, it's probably just a city. And he was like, what city? It's like in the middle of nowhere. Well, I did a Google, and I found out that it was a tomato plant. And it was like a huge building where they grow tomatoes inside, and so they have these lights that shine down on the plants to like make them grow. But I swear to you, it lit up the sky for dozens and dozens of miles. You're just like, what is this? It was pretty freaky, to be honest with you. Once you found out what it was, it was still a little freaky because it was just something you never see. But yeah, it was a tomato factory, tomato growing factory. I think for Bushel Boy is the name, but anyway, pretty wild. But I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy. Don't think about me. That's a song by Games We Play. And Games We Play is one of my favorite bands. They're a new band. And I was supposed to see them in October, but they ended up canceling their tour. Or not canceling it, but rescheduling it. And so now I think I'm going to see them in March, I think is the new date. And I'm really excited. It'll be my second concert that I've ever been to. The first one was Simple Plan. First best ever was Simple Plan. I love Simple Plan. You guys know, I'm just a kid and life is a nightmare. But Games We Play is also very good. So I'm excited to see them. Good. They have a few different songs. I would sing them, but I'd get copywritten. And that's the last thing this little baby channel needs, is to get copywritten. Honey. Honey. Thank you again, by the way, for getting this channel monetized. That is all you. That is all you, bestie. You can say it's me, but it ain't. It's you. So thank you. I appreciate you so much. And I appreciate everybody being so supportive all the time. And instead of, like, when I bring up stuff like that, like, oh, it'll help me in the algorithm, or, oh, I'd like to get this channel monetized, instead of being like, oh my God, all she cares about is money, or, like, you know, just thinking about it in such a negative light. Like, so many YouTubers' audiences get so pissed when they do a sponsorship, or when they do, you know, just anything that reminds their audience that they make money. They just get so mad about it. And you guys were like, yes, bestie, let's get you monetized. Like, that's just so sweet and so kind of you. So thank you. I really appreciate you very much. Just driving here. Hold on. I'm just trying to assess the situation is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to figure out, like, is it worth me driving a little bit longer, or is it not as safe? I think I'm going to drive a little bit longer, but I'm just going to, like, focus more on the road. I mean, not that I'm not focused. I'm not even looking at the phone. The phone is face down on the center console, so I'm not, like, you know, distracted or anything like that. But just being a little bit more aware, because I have got the most precious cargo in the car, and I have to be safe. So I think I'm going to focus on that. But thank you for chatting with me. I'm sorry I forgot my tripod. It was on my list, too, of things in my head. I didn't write it down, or it would be here, but it was on my list of things in my head of, like, do not forget to bring the tripod, but then I totally forgot, so I apologize for that. I didn't bring that one. I didn't bring my backup. I didn't bring the one from the truck. I didn't bring the one that doesn't work with my car. I didn't bring any of them. That's okay. That is okay. Wasn't meant to be. So, yeah. But I love you guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Sorry about the harsh lighting. I saw that it was happening with, like, the flash being on, but there was nothing I could do about it because I can't, like, F with my phone a ton. So, yeah. To all of you who are sick over Christmas, I hope you're feeling better. I hope that everything is good with you. I love you very much, and I will talk to you again very, very soon. I promise. Bye, guys.